Okay, sexual reproduction ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? So first chapter, that is reproduction in organisms. Okay, in this chapter the first concept is the ಯಾವುದು life span. You know very well what is life span. ಹೌದಾ? It is the duration from birth to the natural death of an organism. ಹೌದಾ? So it is the duration between birth to the natural death of organism is called as ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ ಆರ್ಗಾನಿಸಮ್, here there is a birth is there. So after birth ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, the organism will go for growth and development, right? So once the growth and development completes, it will lead to the maturation. Once the maturation is completed, the organism will go for ಯಾವುದು reproduction, right? So after reproduction, so it will give birth to the young one and the organism will going to die. ಹೌದಾ? ಡೆತ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, right? So this distance between birth and death is called as ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. Okay, so during reproduction there are two types of reproduction we can see in these organisms.
Organism are ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು, so that is called as ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ asexual reproduction, and second one is that is ಯಾವುದು sexual reproduction, right? So in this asexual reproduction has been deleted from your studies. Entire asexual reproduction has been deleted and kept is only the sexual reproduction is kept for the study in the reduced syllabus, right? So if you come to the point of sexual reproduction, so today we shall start with the ಯಾವುದು sexual reproduction. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ what is sexual reproduction? You know very well reproduction ಅಂದ್ರೆ definition ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ಹೌದಾ? What is reproduction? Reproduction ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ definition. We can define it like this: it is an biological process. Reproduction ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದೇನು ಬೇರೆ ಏನಲ್ಲ, it is a biological process, ಹೌದಾ? in which organism give birth to the ಈ ಕಡೆ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್. Organism give birth to the young ones of their own kind. ತಮ್ಮನ್ನೇ ಹೋಲುವಂತ ಜೀವಿಗೆ ಜನ್ಮವನ್ನ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಈ reproduction ದೊಳಗ already I have said ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾವು? There are two types now. So first type ಯಾವುದು? So that is ಮೊದಲನೆಯದು, that is asexual reproduction. Right? And second type, ಎರಡನೇ type, that is ಯಾವುದು? This one, which is kept for your studies. ಹೌದಾ? So the second type is ಯಾವುದು? Sexual reproduction. ಹೌದಾ? Second type. So that is ಯಾವುದು? Sexual reproduction. The second type will be sexual reproduction. So today we shall discuss regarding, so this is sexual reproduction, because asexual reproduction has been deleted. Howda? According to the reduced syllabus, asexual reproduction has been deleted. The kept is only sexual reproduction. Again, what is sexual reproduction? So we can define it, the definition like this. Definition ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಕೊಡಬಹುದು? So we can define it like this. So sexual reproduction ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬರ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. It is a kind of reproduction or the type of reproduction in which ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, in which there is a union of gametes takes place to produce new organism. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಏನು? So what are the characteristics, features of sexual reproduction? Characters. ಹೌದಾ? So ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ. ಹೌದಾ? It is a two parental type. ಹೌದಾ? ಇದ್ರೊಳಗೆ ಏನ್ ಬೇಕು? It is having biparental type. Biparental type of ಹೌದಾ? Type of reproduction. Right? So it is a biparental type of reproduction. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡನೇ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, so very important, that is there is a formation and union of gametes takes place. ಹೌದಾ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ there is a formation and union of the gametes takes place. ಎದಕ್ಕೆ? to produce new organism. ಹೌದಾ? ಹೊಸ ಜೀವಿ ಉದ್ಭವವಾಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, ಹುಟ್ಟಿ ಬರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ there is a formation and union of the ಯಾವುದು gametes ಆಗಲೇಬೇಕು. ಹೌದಾ? ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ gametes ಆಗ್ತದ? ನ್ಯೂ gametes ಯಾವಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ವಿಚಾರ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, so there is a union of gametes ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, so there must be a formation of the male and female gametes. Male gamete is produced in male organism, whereas female gamete is produced in female organism. ಹೌದಾ? Right? So such a type of reproduction is called as ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? Sexual reproduction. ಆದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಟುಕೊಳ್ಳ್ರಿ. So once the gametes unites, ಹೌದಾ? Gametes unites leads to the formation of zygote. ಹೌದಾ? which is ಹೆಂಗದ? diploid in nature. ಆದ್ರೆ gametes ಹೆಂಗದವಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, so these gametes are haploid in nature. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ how the gametes are produced? Gametes are produced by the reductional type of cell division. You know very well, cell division is of two types. ಒಂದು ಯಾವುದು? mitosis. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು meiosis. ಹೌದಾ? So meiosis will leads to the reductional type of cell division where the chromosome number is reduced to half. Howda? The cells which undergo meiosis, they are called as navenanta helteve. So they are the meiocytes. And these meiocytes are usually present in the gonads where there is a formation of the gametes. Male gametes are produced in testes in case of animals, whereas male gametes are produced in plants in the structure called as navenanta and the female gametes are produced in a structure in case of animals, that is in ovary. Whereas in case of plants, so the female gametes are produced in a structure called as ovary, which is a part of the carpet. Right? So such gametes, when they unite, the two gametes, that is one male gamete and another female gamete, both are they are haploid, so that leads to the formation of a zygote, and this is diploid. Okay, this is N, this is N. When these two ends unites, it leads to the formation of zygote, and that zygote develops into embryo agutte, and this embryo gives rise to the new organism. Okay, right? So such a type of reproduction is called as the sexual reproduction. Adre illi nenpitkodri, the new organism produced from the sexual reproduction is having one more characters. The character of a new organism that it is not exactly similar to the parents. It is very, very important character. The new organism is not exactly similar to the parents. Yake? Because this is formed due to the union of male and female gametes. So that's why the new organism hangide, it shows a variation ide. This variation will lead to the evolution. This is very, very important character in case of sexual reproduction. Right? Okay. In the hinta sexual reproduction, so in order to take place sexual reproduction, so it involves several phases. Several phases are there in the sexual reproduction. Now let us see the phases in the sexual reproduction. In order to take the sexual reproduction, so there are several phases are there. Now let us see the different types of phases that is essential for the sexual reproduction. For the heading, phases in LA sexually reproducing organisms. So once the organism take birth, it will never go for reproduction. School admission directly you will go for the MBBS? No. Whether you directly go for the engineering? No. Right? ಸೊ ನೀವು ಸೈಕಲ್ ಹೊಡಿತಾ ಇರ್ತೀರಿ ಅಥವಾ ಬೈಕ್ ಹೊಡಿತಾ ಇರ್ತೀರಿ, ಬೈಕ್ ಹತ್ತಿದ ಕೂಡ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೊಡಿಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರುತ್ತಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ, ನೆವರ್. ಹಾಗೆ ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಮ್ಯಾನರ್, ಸೊ ದೇ once the organisms take birth, so it has to pass through the several events. After that only ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, it will go for ಯಾವುದು sexual reproduction. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ let us see the phases in sexual reproducing organisms. ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಡ್ರಿ, all the organisms has to pass through 3 basic steps. After completion of the 3 basic steps, 3 basic stages, so it will go for reproduction. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬರ್ತದ? ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್, ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಜುವೆನೈಲ್ ಫೇಸ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಫೇಸ್ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಯಾವುದು? ಜುವೆನೈಲ್ ಫೇಸ್, ರೈಟ್? ಜುವೆನೈಲ್ ಫೇಸ್. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಆರ್ಗಾನಿಸಮ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಬರ್ತ್. ಸೊ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತ್, ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಎಂಟರ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್, ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಜುವೆನೈಲ್ ಫೇಸ್, ರೈಟ್? ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಜುವೆನೈಲ್ ಫೇಸ್? ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಎನಿಮಲ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ, ಹೌದಾ, ದ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಬರ್ತ್ ಅಪ್ ಟು ದ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಮ್ಯಾಚುರಿಟಿ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್, ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಜುವೆನೈಲ್ ಫೇಸ್. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಜುವೆನೈಲ್ ಫೇಸ್? ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ, it is a period from birth to the ಯಾವುದು sexual maturity, ಹೌದಾ? sexual maturity is called ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, that is ಜುವೆನೈಲ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ, ಹೌದಾ? ಜುವೆನೈಲ್ ಫೇಸ್. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಫೀಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಜುವೆನೈಲ್ ಫೇಸ್? ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಫೇಸ್, ಇಫ್ ಯು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ದ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅನ್ ಆರ್ಗಾನಿಸಮ್, ದಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಇರಬಹುದು ಆರ್ ದಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಅನಿಮಲ್ ಇರಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ ಜುವೆನೈಲ್ ಫೇಸ್, it is characterized by the ಯಾವುದು growth ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, right, and development ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, right? And then once the growth and development is completed, it leads to the ಯಾವುದು sexual maturity, ಹೌದಾ? sexual maturity ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಜುವೆನೈಲ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾನು ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ? so it is a growth and development, howda? So once the growth and development is completed, the organism will enters into the yaudo maturity, howda? naagale hakide nenpirbeku nivu, right? So once the sexual maturity is attained, so that completes the yaudo the first stage, that is yaudo juvenile phase. The same phase if you consider in case of, this is all regarding in case of animals, ಹೌದಾ? ರೈಟ್? ಆದ್ರೆ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಕಮ್ ಟು ದ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ, ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್, ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ವೆಜೆಟೇಟಿವ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಹೌದಾ? ಟೇಕ್ ಡೌನ್, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ವೆಜಿಟೇಟಿವ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್, ವೆಜಿಟೇಟಿವ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್. ಆದ್ರೆ ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್, ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಜುವೆನೈಲ್ ಫೇಸ್. ರೈಟಾ? ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಫೀಲ್ ದ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದೀಸ್ ಟು, ಹೌದಾ? ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಇಫ್ ಯು ಕಮ್ ಟು ದ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವೆಜಿಟೇಟಿವ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಬಂದ್ರೆ, ಇನ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಸೀಡ್ ಜರ್ಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಅಪ್ ಟು ದ ಇನಿಷಿಯೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಫ್ಲವರಿಂಗ್. ಈ ಜುವೆನೈಲ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ a period, we can define it like this, it is a period between, it is a yaudo period between germination till the formation of ಯಾವುದು flowers. ಹೌದಾ? So that period is called as ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? So it is called as ಯಾವುದು? Vegetative phase. ಹೌದಾ? Once there is a formation of the flowers, so that means that it has undergone maturation. ಹೌದಾ? Right? So that period is called as ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? So vegetative phase. ಇದಾದ ನಂತರ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ the second phase is the ಯಾವುದು? That is called as ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. So that is called as reproductive phase. The second phase, that is called as ಎರಡನೇದ್ದು, that is called as ಯಾವುದು? reproductive ಯಾವುದು? phase. Right? So if you come to the point of reproductive phase, so it will initiate once the maturation takes place. ಹೌದಾ? Right? So ಹಂಗಂದ್ರ what is the important event that takes place in the reproductive phase? ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ, in case of plants as well as animals ಅಲ್ಲಿ the reproductive phase is characterized by it is characterized ಬರ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, characterized by the ಯಾವುದು? formation of gametes. ಒಂದು ಗ್ಯಾಣೆದ್ದು, it is characterized by the union of gametes to form ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? to form zygote. ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಟುಕೊಳ್ಳ್ರಿ. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ the gametes formation takes place by the meiosis, whether it may be plant or it may be animals. The gametes formation takes place by the formation of the ಯಾವುದು? meiotic type of cell division, which is a reductional cell division. ಹೌದಾ? Once the maturation is completed, so it enters into the ಯಾವುದು? reproduction. ಹೌದಾ? Right? So that is the ಯಾವುದು? reproductive phase. And these gametes are basically produced in the gonads. ಹೌದಾ? ಆಗಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ನಾನು. ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ? Male gametes are produced in male, female gametes are produced in females. In male ದಲ್ಲಿ, so the male gametes are produced in a structure called as gonads in case of animals. Other, if you come to the point of ಯಾವುದು? plants ಗೆ ಬಂದ್ರೆ, so they are produced in the flowers. ಹೌದಾ? Right? So this flower in case of plants is having the male part as well as female parts. ಹೌದಾ? Male part, that is antheridium. Female part, that is ovary. ಹೌದಾ? So in that one ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? there is a formation of the gametes takes place. Whereas in case of animals ಅಲ್ಲಿ the male gametes are produced in a structure called as ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? testis. Whereas in case of females ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ the female gametes are produced in case of ovary in case of animals. So such gametes once they are formed, so they unite with each other to form the zygote, and that zygote develops into ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? embryo ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Right? Zygote develops into embryo. ಹೌದಾ? So this embryo further develops into ಯಾವುದು? new organism. Right? new organism. So ಹೀಗೆ, so the sexual reproduction ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Once the reproduction is complete, so it gives birth to the young ones. Right? On one side. On other side, the parental organism will undergoes one more stage, that is called as ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? senescence phase. ಹೌದಾ? so called ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? aging. senescence phase. ಹೌದಾ? so ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ what is senescence phase? The third phase is ಯಾವುದು? senescence phase. senescence phase. So again, senescence phase ಅಂದ್ರೇನು? It is the last phase in the life span. And it is It is the ಯಾವುದು last phase in the life span of an organism. Right? ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಆರ್ಗಾನಿಸಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ತಗೊಳ್ರಿ, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಯಾವುದು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಇನ್ ಅನ್ ಆರ್ಗಾನಿಸಮ್. ಹೌದಾ? ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಏನು? ರೈಟ್. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರೈಸ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ದ ಯಾವುದು ಡಿಟರೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಮೆಟಾಬಾಲಿಕ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ. ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಇದು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್. ಸೊ ಒಂದೇದು ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಡಿಟರೇಷನ್. ಡಿಟರೇಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್. ಡಿಟರೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಯಾವುದು ಮೆಟಾಬಾಲಿಕ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ. ಹೌದಾ? ಮೆಟಾಬಾಲಿಕ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ. ಮೆಟಾಬಾಲಿಕ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಡಿಟರೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಡಿಟರೇಷನ್, ದ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಡಿಟರೇಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್. ಹೌದಾ? ರೈಟ್. ಡಿಟರೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಮೆಟಾಬಾಲಿಕ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ of the body, and ultimately it will leads to the death. Finally ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? So finally ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? It will leads to the ಯಾವುದು death. Right? ಸಾವು ಕೂಡ ಸಂಭವಿಸುತ್ತೆ. Right? So ಅದಕ್ಕೆ, so it is the senescence phase is also called as, in case of, it is called as aging. Aging. ಹೌದಾ? In case of animals. ಹೌದಾ? Right? So where the metabolic activities decrease ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ in case of the plants ಗೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ, so there is a yellowing of the leaves takes place, and finally the leaves will be falls off. ಒಂದು. ಎರಡನೇದು drying of the branches, roots, and finally plant will go to die. ಹೌದಾ? So these are the characters in case of ಯಾವುದು animals ದಲ್ಲಿ. Right? ಆದ್ರೆ if you come to the point of ಯಾವುದು aging in case of, so plants ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ, in case of plants ನಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ, right? So senescence phase is characterized by the first one, that is yellowing of leaves. ಲೀವ್ಸ್ ಯೆಲ್ಲೋ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಲೀವ್ಸ್ starts withering. ಹೌದಾ? withering ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. and also no, ಹೌದಾ, new leaves are formed. ಹೌದಾ? right? and also drying of ಯಾವುದು branches, right? and also ಯಾವುದು leaves, sorry, branches ಮತ್ತೆ roots takes place. ಹೌದಾ? right? and finally ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? it leads to the ಯಾವುದು death of the ಯಾವುದು plants. Okay, so these are the three phases in which the organism completes its life cycle. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ? The phases in sexual reproduction. So based on this, how it will complete, the organism will go to complete the life cycle, so that we can have the three types of plants. Yes, the types ಬರ್ತಾವು based on the life cycle. We are having three types of plants are there. ಹೌದಾ? So let us see those three types of plants. ಹೌದಾ? ಅದಕ್ಕೆ put the heading ಯಾವುದು based on the life span, three types of plants can be classified. Put the heading based on the ಯಾವುದು three life span. ಹೌದಾ? life span. Three types of plants are present. So we have alpha. So the first type of plants that are present, they are called as ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, they are called as annuals. Annuals. ಹಂಗಂದ್ರೆ what are annuals? ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಟುಕೊಳ್ಳ್ರಿ. So these are the plants. They live for only one growing season. ಹೌದಾ? Annuals ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಟುಕೊಳ್ಳ್ರಿ. So these are the plants which ಯಾವುದು live for only one growing, ಹೌದಾ, season. ಹೌದಾ? ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಗ್ರೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಸೀಸನ್. ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ, ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಸೀಸನ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ, ನಾಟ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ಯಾವುದು ವರ್ಷ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ಇನ್ 1 year ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ 2 seasons ವಿಲ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಕಮ್. ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಆಟಮ್ ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಹೌದಾ? ಎರಡು ಗ್ರೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಸೀಸನ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತವೆ. ಒಂದು ಯಾವುದು ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದು ಆಟಮ್ ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಹೌದಾ? ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಮಳೆಗಾಲ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಆಟಮನ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಸಮ್ಮರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಒನ್ ಗ್ರೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಸೀಸನ್ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಗ್ರೋ ಅಂಡ್ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಅಟೈನ್ ದ ಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾಚುರಿಟಿ ಅಂಡ್ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ಟು ಡೈ ಆಫ್. ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಒನ್ ಗ್ರೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಸೀಸನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮುಗಿತದ? ಬರ್ತ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹುಟ್ಟುತ್ತಾವು, ರೈಟ್? ಆನಂತರ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾಚುರೇಷನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್, ಅಥವಾ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹೌದಾ? ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ sexual maturation ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ರೈಟ್? ಅಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಗೋಸ್ ಯಾವುದು reproduction, ರೈಟ್? ಅಂಡ್ ಫೈನಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಇಟ್ ಲೀಡ್ಸ್ ಟು ದ ಯಾವುದು ಡೆತ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಇವೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟೆಡ್ ವಿತ್ ಇನ್ ಒನ್ ಗ್ರೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಸೀಸನ್. ಸೊ ಸಚ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ as ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? annuals ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. And these plants, annuals plants ಅನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ they will start producing the flowers at the end of the growing season. This is a very important character ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ these plants produce flowers at the end of the ಯಾವುದು growing, ಹೌದಾ, ಸೀಸನ್ಸ್. ಇದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಹೌದಾ? ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪಲ್ಸಸ್ ಬರ್ತದ, ರೈಟ್? ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪಲ್ಸಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬೇಳೆಕಾಳುಗಳು. ಹೌದಾ? ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಹೆಸರು ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಶೇಂಗಾ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಶೇಂಗಾ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಬ್ಯಾಸಿಗೆ ಒಳಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ. ಹೆಸರು ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಯಾವಾಗ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ? ಈಗ ಮಳೆಗಾಲದೊಳಗೆ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಹೆಸರು ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಬೈ ದ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಆಗಸ್ಟ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ಟು ಡೈ ಆಫ್. They will produce the seeds, they will produce the flower, they will grow, they will develop, germinate, and they will go to die. So such plants are called as the animals. Right? ಇದಾದ ನಂತರ ಎರಡನೇದು ಬರೋದು ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, so that is called as biannuals. Second type that is called as ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? biannuals. ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಹೆಸರೇ ಹೇಳ್ತಲ್ಲ biannuals ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ. ಹೌದಾ? biannuals ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಟುಕೊಳ್ರಿ, they start producing flowers at the end of the growing season. ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ they start producing the flowers in second year. First year growth ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, second year they will go to produce the flowers. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ biannuals ಅಂದ್ರೇನು ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ. So we can define like this: these are the plants which produce flowers at the end of the ಯಾವುದು second growing seasons. ಹೌದಾ? ರೈಟ್? ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಗ್ರೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಸೀಸನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಂತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, so they will live for 2 growing seasons. ಅಂದ್ರೆ they will complete their life cycle with 1 year. ಹೌದಾ? 1 year ದಲ್ಲಿ ಪೂರ್ತಿ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ 1 year includes 2 growing seasons. ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಒಂದು ಆಟಮನ್. ಸೊ ಸಚ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ದೇ ಆರ್ ದ ಬೈಎನ್ಯುವಲ್ಸ್. ಹೌದಾ, ರೈಟ್? ಹೇಳಿತಾ? So second year ದೊಳಗೆ they will complete. First year they will grow and second year they will produce flowers and they will bear. ಹೌದಾ? So such plants are called as ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, so they have the ಯಾವುದು biennials. ಇಂಥ plants ಅಲ್ಲಿ we can see the clear cut vegetative, reproductive as well as senescence phase. ಈ plants ಒಳಗೆ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ one can see, ಹೌದಾ, we can see the clearly ಯಾವುದು 3 phases, 3 ಫೇಸ್ ಗಳು ಕಾಣ್ತಾವ. ಯಾವ ಕಾಣ್ತಾವು? ಒಂದನೇದು ವೆಜಿಟೇಟಿವ್, ಹೌದಾ, ವೆಜಿಟೇಟಿವ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಎರಡನೇದು ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಹೌದಾ. ಮೂರನೇದು ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಯಾವುದು? ಸೆನೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಫೇಸ್, ಹೌದಾ. ಸೊ ಇಷ್ಟು ಫೇಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ, all the 3 phases can be seen in the biennials. And the last comes ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ perennials. The last phase is the ಯಾವುದು last type of organisms ಅಥವಾ plants. So we can notice, so that is called as the third type. They are called as perennials. ಹೌದಾ? ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ what are perennials? ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ. So these are the plants. These are the plants which live for ಯಾವುದು many years. ಹೌದಾ? ಯಾವ? ಸೊ ಅತಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಇರ್ತಾವು, ಹೌದಾ, ರೈಟ್. ಸೊ 1 ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರ್ತಾವ, 2 ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರ್ತಾವ. ಸೊ ಅಂತ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ದೇ ಆರ್ ದ ಪೆರೇನಿಯಲ್ಸ್. ಅಂಡ್ ದೀಸ್ ಪೆರೇನಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಯಾವುದು ವುಡಿ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್, ಹೌದಾ. ದೀಸ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಎಂತಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವುಡಿ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್, ಹೌದಾ, ರೈಟ್. And usually these plants, woody plants, are maybe in the form of ಯಾವುದು shrubs and trees usually, right? So ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತ ಯಾವಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ they may be shrubs ಇರಬಹುದು or they may be in the form of trees ಇರಬಹುದು, ಹೌದಾ. And in this perennials ಅಲ್ಲಿ, so there is a very difficult to see the differentiate the 3 phases. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು very important in these plants ಅಲ್ಲಿ, so it becomes very difficult to see the ಯಾವುದು 3 phases, ಹೌದಾ. difficult to see the ಯಾವುದು 3 phases. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. Only the 3 phases can be seen in case of biennials. ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ. So this is the CET type of question, ಹೌದಾ. So only the 3 distinct phases can be noted in case of ಯಾವುದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ? So in case of the ಯಾವುದು biennials, ಹೌದಾ. annuals ಅಲ್ಲಿ we can't see it, biennials, perennials in that one also we can't see it, ಹೌದಾ. ಸೊ ಹಿಂಗ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸಿಯೇಷನ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳದಾವು, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅನ್ಯೂಶುವಲ್ ಫ್ಲವರಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಸಿ some of the plants which are unusually flowering, howda. So usually, so these plants are the special type of plants which will show the different types of yaudo, so flowering phenomena, and they are called as unusual flowering, howda, plants, right. And what are unusual flowering plants? These are the plants which will show the different types of flowering capacity. So such plants are called as unusual flowering plants, right. So ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಬರ್ತಾವಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದನೇದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬರೋದು ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಬಾಂಬು. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಬರೋದು ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಾಂಬು, ಹೌದಾ, ರೈಟ್. ಬಾಂಬು ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಯಾವುದು ಬಿದಿರು ಅಂತ, ಹೌದಾ, ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ. ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ flowers only once in its life span, and it will live for just to 50 to 100 years. ಹೌದಾ, so it will lives for just of 50 to 100 years. ಒಂದು ಹಚ್ಚಿದ ನಂತರ 50ರಿಂದ 100 ವರ್ಷ ಇರ್ತದ. And it will flowers only once, ಹೌದಾ, once in its ಯಾವುದು ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾನ್. ಹೌದಾ, ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಸಾರಿ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಆಗ್ತದ. ಅಂಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್ಸ್, that is, it marks the end of its life. ಹೌದಾ, so when it flowers, the plant will die, ಸತ್ತೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತದ, ಬದುಕಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ರೈಟ್. ಸೊ such a type of plant is called as ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, unusual plant. And ಇನ್ನೊಂದಿದೆ, the second type, that is called as ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, so it is called as Strobilanthus kuntiana. So called ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, it is called as ನೀಲ ಕುರಂಜಿ. ನೀಲ ಕುರಂಜಿ. Right, its scientific name is ಯಾವುದು, Strobilanthus kuntiana. Strobilanthus kuntiana. Right, so its scientific name Strobilanthus kuntiana. Right, Bombusa arandifolia. ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ, ಇದೊಂದು ಸೈಂಟಿಫಿಕ್ ನೇಮ್. ಯಾವುದು, Bombusa arondifolia. Right, so bamboo scientific name Bombusa arondifolia. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ನಾವು come to the point of ನೀಲಕುರಂಜಿ. So called ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, so it is called as Strobilanthus kuntiana. ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಟುಕೊಳ್ರಿ, so it is commonly found in the Nilgiri hills. ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, it is found in the ಎಲ್ಲಿ, ನೀಲಗಿರಿ hills. ಹೌದಾ, these ನೀಲಗಿರಿ hills ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, at the border of ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ, ಕೇರಳ ಮತ್ತು ತಮಿಳುನಾಡು. So border of ಯಾವುದು, ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ, ಹೌದಾ, ಕೇರಳ ಮತ್ತು ಯಾವುದು, ತಮಿಳುನಾಡು. ಹೌದಾ, ರೈಟ್. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಸೊ ನೀಲಗಿರಿ ಹಿಲ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ನೀಲಗಿರಿ ಹಿಲ್ಸ್, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ Strobilanthus kuntiana found. ಹೌದಾ, ಅಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್ಸ್, ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ, ದಿಸ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್ಸ್ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ 12 years. 12 ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೊಮ್ಮೆ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹೌದಾ, ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ, when it flowers, the mountain appear ಯಾವುದು, blue in color. ಹೌದಾ, blue in color. ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ, because of this reason, so this Nilgiri hills got its name as Nilagiri. ಹೌದಾ, Nilagiri, that is blue mountain, and it will flowers only in ಯಾವುದು, once in 12 years, and this will attracts a lot of ಯಾವುದು, ಯಾರನ್ನ, tourist, right, for that place. In the reproductive phases in case of animals, ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ನಾವು ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ reproductive phases in case of plants ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. Now we shall pass on to the ಯಾವುದು, reproductive phases based on the reproduction ability. So we are classifying the animals also into 2 categories. Now the plants are classified into 3 categories: animals, biennials, perennials. ಆದರೆ if you come to the point of reproductive phases in case of animals ಗೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ, ಹೌದಾ, reproductive phases in ಎಲ್ಲಿ animals ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ, so they are of 2 types based on the reproduction. The animals are also classified into two categories. First one, that is called as seasonal breeders. Seasonal breeders. However, what are seasonal breeders? These are the animals which will reproduce only during a particular season. Seasonal breeders, and you know, these are the animals which reproduce only in a particular season. ಹೌದಾ, ಒಂದು ನಿರ್ದಿಷ್ಟವಾದಂತ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ so they will reproduce. So such organisms are called as ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ seasonal breeders. That includes ಯಾವುದು frog, lizard, cow, buffalo, dog, all these. They are the non-primates. ಯಾವ ಬರ್ತಾವು? So ಇದಕ್ಕೆ example ಯಾವುದು? So we can give the example of the frogs. ಹೌದಾ, ಕಪ್ಪೆಗಳು. ಹೌದಾ, fishes. Right. ಅದೇ ತರನಾಗಿ we can take the lizards. ಹೌದಾ, ಹಲ್ಲಿಗಳು. Lizards ಅಂದ್ರೆ it includes everything. Right, lizards. And also we can take the example of your cow. ಹೌದಾ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹಸುಗಳು. Buffalo. ಹೌದಾ, dog. Right. ಹೌದಾ, so ಇವೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ so they will reproduce only during a particular season. For example, frog ಮತ್ತು fish ಅನ್ನು ತಗೋಣ. When they will reproduce? They will reproduce only during the rainy season. ಹೌದಾ, right? ಅದೇ ತರನಾಗಿ ನೀವು ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ cow, buffalo, so they will also reproduce only in a particular season. ಹೌದಾ, so such reproducing organisms are called as ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ they are the seasonal breeders. ಹೌದಾ, ಇನ್ನು ಎರಡನೇದು ಬರ್ತದೆ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್, that is called as ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ they are called as continuous ಹೌದಾ breeders. So continuous breeders ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? So ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ, we can define it like this. So these are the animals which reproduce throughout the reproductive period. ಹೌದಾ, reproductive period ಅಲ್ಲಿ throughout they will reproduce. They never depend upon the seasons for reproduction. ಹೌದಾ, so such organisms are called as ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ so they are called as ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಯಾವುದು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಬ್ರೀಡರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರಾಬಿಟ್ ತಗೊಳ್ರಿ. ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಯಾವುದು? ರಾಬಿಟ್, ಮೊಲಗಳು. ರೈಟ್, ರಾಬಿಟ್ ತಗೊಳ್ರಿ. ಅದೇ ತರನಾಗಿ ಯಾವುದು ಪೋಲ್ಟ್ರಿ ಬರ್ಡ್ಸ್. ಹೌದಾ, ಅದೇ ತರನಾಗಿ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಮೈಸಸ್. ಹೌದಾ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೈಸಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರಾಟ್ಸ್. ಹೌದಾ, ಅದೇ ತರನಾಗಿ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ಸ್, humans. So these will reproduce throughout the year irrespective of seasons. 12 ತಿಂಗಳ reproduction ability ಇದೆ. So such animals are called as continuous breeders. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ so reproduction ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ so what has to take place? ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, they have to take place. ಯಾವುದು? sexual maturity is very essential for the reproduction. Without the sexual maturity the reproduction will not take place. Apart from this ಏನಿದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ there is a has to take place ಯಾವುದು reproduction. ಹೌದಾ, so basically there are two types of reproductive cycles. ಹೌದಾ, put the heading ಯಾವುದು reproductive cycle. So for reproductive cycles is very essential. So based on the reproductive cycle, so we are classifying the organisms into two categories. ಹೌದಾ, so what is reproductive cycle? So it is a cyclic changes that occurs in the female reproductive system. ಹೌದಾ, which enables them to go for reproduction. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ reproductive cycle ಅಂದ್ರೇನು? So we can define it. It is a cyclic changes which occur in female reproductive system which enables ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು allows, right, which enables the organism to give birth to young ones. So such type of reproduction is called as cycle, is called as reproductive cycle. So basically there are two types of reproductive cycles. One booster cycles. Type of two types are there. The first one that is called as booster cycle. Right, booster cycle. And the second one that is called as mensural cycle. Right, so booster cycle andre it is a sexual cycle or reproductive cycle that occurs only in non-primate females. What is this? It is also one of the reproductive cycle which occurs in non-primate females. Non-primate females matra, so it will take place. Whereas if you come to the point of menstrual cycle andre, it is also a reproductive cycle that occurs in case of primates. Adike we can define it. It is a reproductive cycle which occurs in primates alli. Primates. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ we can give the example of the your ನಿಮ್ಮ ಯಾವುದು ಕೌ ಕೊಡ್ರಿ, ಶೀಪ್ ಕೊಡ್ರಿ, ಡಾಗ್ ಕೊಡ್ರಿ, ಡಿಯರ್ ಕೊಡ್ರಿ, ಟೈಗರ್ ಕೊಡ್ರಿ. ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಯಾವುದು? ಕೌ, ಶೀಪ್, ರೈಟ್, ಕೌ, ಆನಂತರ ಶೀಪ್, ಟೈಗರ್, ಡಾಗ್, ರೈಟ್, ಎಕ್ಸೆಟ್ರಾ. ಆದ್ರೆ menstrual cycle ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ you can give the example of the ನಿಮ್ಮ monkey ಕೊಡ್ರಿ, ape ಕೊಡ್ರಿ, humans ಕೊಡ್ರಿ. monkey apes as well as humans. In both the cases whether it may be menstrual cycle or it may be menstrual cycle, so there is a release of the ovum ಅಥವಾ ova. So that is ova ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಏನಲ್ಲ, it is a female gamete takes place. So ಇದ್ರೊಳಗೂ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇದ್ರೊಳಗೂ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, there is a release of the ova. So that is female gametes occurs, which will enables the reproduction. Right, so such a type of reproductive cycle is essential. One is booster cycle in case of non-primates alle, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು menstrual cycle that takes place in case of primates. So that will enables the organism for reproduction. So hagadre what is the differences between booster cycle and menstrual cycle? So let us see this one point also. ಎರಡು reproductive cycle, no doubt there is also liberation of the ova takes place in both the cases. Hagadre so what is the differences here? Why we have differentiating the reproductive cycle into two categories anta na vichara madidre. So basically basically there are certain differences are there in between the reproductive cycles of both the primates as well as non-primates. However, let us see the differences. The first comes, we shall take up mensural cycle. Mensural cycle. Right? Innondu yavadappa andre that is Woodruff's cycle. Right? Woodruff's cycle. Right? So ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ mensural cycle ಏನಿದೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಟುಕೊಳ್ಳ್ರಿ, it occurs in the primates. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೀತದ? It occurs in ಇದರೊಳಗ primates, only in primates we can see it. Whereas ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ it occurs in case of ಯಾವುದು non primates. ಹೌದಾ? occurs in ಎಲ್ಲಿ non primates. Right? And second difference is that the female do not show irreversible sexual urge. Howda? Illenide females will not show yaudu sexual urge. Adre illenide the females will show the sexual urge. Howda? Sexual urge will not shown by in case of menstrual cycle. Whereas the sexual urge is same. Howda? And so there is an endometrial wall will be eroded, leading to the bleeding in case of menstrual cycle. More than nodri. Endometrial wall. Howda? It is the endometrial wall andre no bere analla, it is the inner wall of the uterus. Uterus anna togondre 3 walls layer bartade. Howda? Perimetrium, myometrium and endometrium. The innermost layer is the endometrium. So this endometrial wall is eroded. Howda? Eroded. So eroded ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಿತ್ತು ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. That leads to the bleeding ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹೌದಾ? ಆದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲೇನಿದೆ, there is no eroding of endometrial wall. Endometrial wall. ಹೌದಾ? Automatically, so in endometrial wall erode ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ, so there is a bleeding going to occurs. But here there is no eroding of the endometrial wall, so that's why there is no bleeding. No bleeding. ಹೌದಾ? ಬ್ಲೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ರಕ್ತಸ್ರಾವ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದ್ರೆ in case of ಇದರೊಳಗೇನದ ರಕ್ತಸ್ರಾವ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, eroding of the endometrial wall is going to take place. ಹೌದಾ? So these are the main 3 differences between the menstrual cycle and Woodruff's cycle. Right up with this, we shall stop the class and don't exit. Tomorrow there is no class, right? So next class we shall continue. But you have to send your attendance to my WhatsApp with your name as well as roll number. Right? Okay. So now you can exit the group. Okay. Bye. Thank you.